Boy, the Springboks have only gone and done it. They put in a stellar performance up against Argentina, especially in that second half. My word, what a bloody performance. I want to break this game down. Please like, subscribe. If you guys love the Springboks, hit that like button. Let's get into it. So, the Springboks, putting through big performance, especially in that second half. That first half was a little bit shaky. It was really shaky. But let's go through the try scorers. So, South Africa, they got try from Malcolm Marx, 3 from Sasha Feinberg, 1 from Colby, 1 from Vandenberg, 2 from Du Toit, and then 1 from Manny Liebok on the 75th minute just to clear out the game. And then in terms of Argentina, they had a try from Chocobares, which we shall not talk about. Well, we're going to talk about it, but I don't want to be talking about it. And then they had a penalty try, and then they had Albanoth on the 53rd minute. And my word, what a bloody game. What a second half from the Springboks. Really just running them through. Yo. But okay, let's start off with Cheslin Kolbe, right? I love Cheslin Kolbe. Let's just put a mark on him right now. How much of a doos do you have to be to do that? Just pass it to Willemse, please. Pass it to Willemse. What is the need to kick it out? We got to give it to Chocobares though. The mindset, he was hip to it. He was on point. He was ready for that. Took it, made the most out of it, put himself through for a try. But my word, what happened to Cheslin? What was he thinking? What happened there? Why? Just why? It confuses me. I wanted to throw something at the TV. I was like, yo, Mampara, yo, what? Yo, this game could have gone 2 ways. And Argentina were putting us, to the sword at times. They were really putting us, Thankfully, we came through with a win. Whatever was said really stuck. We came through. Archie Snyman. Yo, what a performance, my man. Yes, that is the kind of performances that we love from Archie Snyman. This is the kind of dominance that we see. He was just a super sub. The guy came on and Argentina were just like, no, I don't want to deal with you today. And Archie Snyman just put in an absolutely amazing performance. Sasha put in a stellar performance, getting himself 37 points, 3 line breaks, 3 tries. 14 carries, 13 defenders beaten. If that is not a man of the match performance, I don't know what is. What more could we ask for from Sasha? Stellar performance. Kobus Reinach, 47 successful passes. Not exactly the most, but he was doing a lot of running. Cheslin Kolbe, he had a good game. But my word, I'm still stuck on that try. I'm really stuck on that try. It was actually really annoying. It was really annoying. But otherwise, we did well. We gathered a vast majority of points in the 22. We did really well there. 10 entries into the 22. 5 of them were converted. 10 line breaks, 129 carries, 41 kicks, 263 post-contact meters. We really dominated when it came down to that. Even in the tackles, Argentina missed 33 tackles compared to our 26, which is still relatively high. It is still relatively high. If we had to have that up against the All Blacks, it would have been a completely different game. 3 turnovers won, 2 tackle turnovers. 19 tackle turnovers allowed for the Argentinians, 10 for the Springboks, but we had a vast majority of the territory. We won 83 rucks compared to their 63. Yes, they were slightly faster than us, but we still dominated in that. Finally, with 100% line-out win percentage, I like that number. I don't like to see that number going below 90. I really don't like to see that number going below 90. Recently, that's all we've seen is below 90. But good loving that. 11 restarts received, 100% restarts of one, 7 scrums. And yes, we only won 67% of it, but it is what it is. But yeah, we actually did really, really, really well. That second half was really productive. Our kicks were really productive. Sasha, he was just pinging that ball out. It was a night and day performance. It really, really was a night and day performance from there. And yeah, that is exactly what we needed. And I am so happy that we ended up getting that. I was a little bit worried in the beginning. Looking at what was happening, and I'm like, yo, this is not going to go well. Unfortunately, Argentina had a big loss. They had players come off, things were not going too well for the Argentinians, but you gotta praise the heart. You gotta praise the fight that they put in, because they put in a really, really, tough performance. They still managed to get 30 points over the Springboks, and in the kind of game that it was, like, I am still pumped from this game. I barely sat down while I was watching this game. Like, I was on my feet, I was pacing, I didn't even know what to do with myself. I had a pillow in my hand, I had to throw it a couple times. But my word, what a performance. Peter Steph de Toit. He was an animal. He was an absolute animal. That second half was everything, guys. That second half was everything. And then when we saw those, well, it was around the 45th, 46th minute, we saw all of our forwards go off. We saw Iabenetebet and so on go off. I was like, you know what's happening. You know that the bomb squad is coming on. We're putting through a hell of a performance, and my word, they came through. Jan-Hendrik Wessels was just, he was amazing. Then we saw Andre Esterhuizen coming on. We saw Morné van den Berg come on. Really, really liked Morné. What was I saying about Morné in my last video? Morné comes on and it changes the game. I am loving Morné van den Berg. I believe he plays for the Lions. The Lions have a lot of talent. They really do seem to be like this team that just holds all the talent. They develop under the Lions, and then they end up going off to the Stormers, or they go to the Sharks, or they go to the Bulls, or there's a lot of talent in the Lions den. So they put in a serious performance. I'm sweating. I don't know. I don't even know what to do with my hands. It is confusing. Whoo! First half was scary. Second half, I was dancing, I was singing, I was doing the South African anthem. Nkosi Sikelele. Brilliant. Time for Clippies and Coke. This is a time for a Clippies. Right now, this is time for a Clippies. All of you South Africans, hit that like button, subscribe. I'm going to go have a Clippies, and I'm going to cool down because I'm sweating. So, what a performance. Guys, like, subscribe. Let's get into it. Go Springboks. Catch you guys later.